Astrology. Astrology is so interesting to me. Why is it interesting? Astrology is interesting because we think that we are these sun signs. And what's your sign? You an Aries? Oh, I don't like you, Aries. Oh, no. Or you were this, or you were that. Or I know that those and these are like this and like that. But when we come into an understanding that what's above is also below, we begin to interpret who we really are and the position that we play on the lower version of the stars that are above us. Myself, my sun sign is an Aries in the 5th house. Tells a lot about my personality. Aries in the 5th house is only a portion of who I am in a very large scale of where the stars were at the time that I was conceived, or that I was born and conceived as well, because that plays a factor in it also. For me, understanding the North Node has been a very beautiful journey. It's one thing to know what your personality trait is, but it's a whole nother thing to know exactly what you were put here on this planet, in this earth realm, to be and to do. Fortunately, my sun sign is again in Aries in the 5th house, and my North Node is also in Aries. The North Node is not a planet. However, it describes what we're put here on this planet to do. My North Node being in Aries, it tells me that I'm supposed to be independent. And that if you do believe in previous lives, that I probably was dependent in that life. And so for me in this life, it is my mission to be completely independent. Aries is known as the I am frequency, and I am everything that I am. In a previous life, I may have been in a dependent relationship where I may have depended on my partner a lot. And so therefore in this lifetime, it's actually for me to do less of that. So, less groups, more one-on-one time with myself. And that's exactly where I'm at with it. So, yeah. Okay, so more about the North Node. So if you have a North Node in Aries, then that would mean that your South Node is in Libra. So if your South Node is in Libra, that means that in your past life, you tended to weigh options just because you didn't want to seem like you were being too mean. You didn't want to seem like you were neglecting somebody else's point of view. And so that's where that Aries North Node comes in. It's time for you to be a little bit more cutthroat and lay down that law. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm at a red light, so I can do a little talking. So for me, it's so crazy. Why? Because my becoming more of my Aries is exactly like even before understanding what the North Node meant, I could feel myself sort of being pulled this way and being pulled that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, not wanting to be too tough on people, or just not wanting to be just one-sided, or to be too stern, or to be misunderstood. Just giving a fuck what people thought. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing about the North Node being in Aries, is that sometimes we want to have company with us for some reason. And it's not like immediate family comfort. It's like, comfort from a group of individuals that you feel understand you. Oftentimes we don't feel like our families do. A couple people who also have North Node in the 5th house is Sigmund Freud, Steve Jobs, a lot of very cool people that I would like to share aspects with, you know. One thing that I've noticed about myself is that I tend to get bored easily, and I think that has a lot to do with my Mars being in Gemini. I get bored with things, so I try like to find other things, alternatives, you know, alternative things to do to cure the boredom. And I'm not stimulated very easily, so that can be interesting. Alright, just a little more tidbits about the North Node in Aries that I just thought about as I'm strolling along, trying to occupy my time instead of going home and going to sleep.